Child, 2020, what a year. And yeah, 2020 was all about me finding myself and deciding to do this amazing journey with the Building in Africa series. So stay tuned so you understand a little bit more about why. So for me, when the virus hit, yeah, life changed because we were all sitting at home, right? And we were all thinking about our lives. Some of you lot started knitting, yeah, y'all there. Some of you guys started baking. That's why there was no yeast up in Asda. Others started side hustles, like some of you, and some of y'all were essentially thinking you were crypto kings and queens and have subsequently lost everything. Well, not all of you, some of you are rich. But, we all went through our phases. Some of us wanted to be entrepreneurs and do side things because now we were working from home and our employers couldn't really see what we were doing. So there's a lot of people that took the time and really made the most out of it. So I was one of the few that I was not furloughed. I did have no time off of work. I literally worked like a dog during 2020 and 2021 actually, and took minimal amounts of time off of work. But I remember one point sort of sitting down working from home and realizing sort of the back end of 2020 that things like remote working was here to stay. So that's when sort of remote working became a thing, right? Tail end of 2020, we're still remote working. Is this here to stay? And it is not necessarily just remote working, like hybrid working, being able to work from home, going into the office once or twice a week, or as I said, just complete remote working, like you can be anywhere in the world. So I think for me, it made me start realizing, girl, you could be in a different country and still get paid. What? Still get paid and get paid in pounds sterling, not having to go to certain countries. Disclaimer though, this is my HR side coming out. If you work, UK law is if you work outside of the UK for more than 180 days, you will get into some tax issues. But that's not what I was looking to do. I was thinking more around, maybe I'll take a month in a different country, still work, but do my own thing, if you know what I mean. So I guess the benefits of that is that you're still getting paid, but I'm in warmer climates. So for me, remote working is here to stay. And 2020 was just one of those times where it went ding, 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 ding. And then you start thinking about, okay, how could my life be enriched and be a little bit more different given that this is here to stay? So then I started thinking about things like, the way I love Ghana. I love Ghana like with everything in my heart. I started to think about the way there's peace in Africa, Africa and the Caribbean. Like, I want some of that peace because right about now we were going through, the George Floyd incident, and for a lot of us, it took a lot of emotional strength to just carry on, going to work every day and carry on. And this is not a video, or you're not viewing something where I'm going to be bashing people. That's not me. I'm not here to bash anyone. But I think all of us realize that some of the people around us, friends, family, acquaintances, were not the people that we thought they were. So there were a lot of people who were now outwardly racist. I felt like we had gone back 5 or 10 years 5 or 10 years. I felt like we actually had gone back like 20, 25, 30 years where people were just outwardly saying that they don't support equality or equity. Mad place to be. So yeah, I started seeing a lot of these things on Facebook. I was blocking people. I was blocking people left, right, and centre, because the moment I heard someone say all lives matter or blah blah blah, I started to feel away, and I just block you, no long thing. So then I started also to see a lot of articles like this one here, where it was like, listen, Brits are looking to move, like we're looking to go back home. And then I was thinking, yeah, one day, if these people in the UK just decide, and it could be crazy, like, you know, if they just decide to not get rid of black people, but, you know, bring in a certain type of law that would mean that, I don't know, someone has to go back home. Where is it that I'm going to? With what house? Where? So I started really to think quite deeply around, you know, is this the country I want to retire? Do I want to stay here forever? You know, do I want to get a few buy-to-lets? I started thinking about all the investments that you can make in the UK, but then I broadened it and just said, bun the UK. Bun the UK. Let me think about something a little bit different. So then I started thinking about essentially moving outside of the UK or building, and then that's where we got to. So then I started reading the articles and, you know, digging a little bit deeper, and then I got to where I am today, and I thought I'm going to start investing where I'm from. And so having gone through that thought process, it's still a bit shady at the moment. Like, honestly, I really still don't know exactly what I want to do, but I do know that I'm not staying in 5 degrees weather. Like 90% of the time in the UK, it's like 15 degrees. God forbid that I retire in 15-degree weather. When I'm going in 30, 35-degree weather, sipping on some pure pineapple juice on a beach. I'm not dying in 15-degree weather. That's just me. So still don't know what the full plan is, and I don't think really you should plan that deep. Like I'm still young in my eyes. I'm not planning for, like, you know, when I'm nearly 70, 80 years old, but I am planning for essentially what I can leave my children, and that's been the main drive for me. And so 2020 was a big one. It was a year of reckoning. It was a year of understanding who I am and who others perceive me as. So although I think I'm brought up in the UK and I'm a London babe, I'm not really in the eyes of a lot of other people. And where do I feel most comfortable? Back home. Yeah, and back home is challenging for a number of reasons, but I can walk outside. I can be myself. I don't have to think about going into the workplace and what my hair looks like and how I'm talking. I can be myself. And if I have the opportunity to really build upon that, I will. And so that's where we are today. And so that was part of my decision making. Is 2020 was such a turbulent year for so many reasons. I don't think anyone can afford or could have afforded at that time to not make some real big decisions and not do something different. So I know there's a lot of social media stuff around. If you weren't like an entrepreneur in 2020, blah, 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 blah. It's not about that. For me in 2020, it was all about really understanding where I wanted to be. And, it was a scary place to be, a really scary place to be. So, hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. It's just one of the very many where I'll just be talking about some of my thought process before the actual build, because it's good for you to understand where this is all coming from. I'm not crazy. There's been a lot of thought around this, and I just can't wait for you to be involved in more of this discussion around building in Africa.